Hey, it's me here in the past, uh, more specifically, April 13th, 2021, 6:39 p.m. Glare terrible. It's the officially the 1 year, 1 month anniversary of CK's 6 week coronavirus lockdown. Back when we used to think 6 weeks was a lot of time to be out of school. Hmm. I realize these videos really should be scripted because a lot of this is just me thinking and not really talking. I don't know. I guess it's both a historical encapsulation for me to look back on decades from now, also a little teaching device, but also just a way to kind of talk through things, which kind of helps. So I guess I should talk about some things that are going on. Um, so a couple days ago, or yesterday, was the first day actual students were allowed back in Central Kitsap, or in CK's building, CK High School. So that's weird. A lot of people in a school building all of a sudden seems kind of odd after a year and a month of it not being a thing. So that's interesting. Of course, I got stuck in the B group, so I'll be going back in on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday and Friday this week. It's where they split the. That was a mistake. It's where they split the alphabet not quite down the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Terrible lighting. They split the alphabet almost in half, but not quite. They're doing A through K, and then L through Z. That's I don't know. Something about not doing half and half the alphabet just seems super weird. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of kids with L last names or something. It's weird. So that's gonna happen. So something to look forward to, but also stress out about, because me personally, this whole quarantine thing, I've lost what little what social ability I had before this year-long lockdown. So it's both a good thing and also a really bad thing, because I don't remember how to function in a social situation anymore. Especially, it's kind of doubly bad because of the masks we have to be wearing. So that kills all my funny expressions, Yeah, I'm gonna not walk this way. So that's going down. That's cool. Still working on that book, that fantasy book. So, like I said last time, here's hoping it actually sells. It's kind of the big gamble of writing, I guess. Is you can put in however much work you want to, but might not sell, even if it gets published at all. So I'm gonna look everywhere. Any publishing company in any hemisphere that'll publish it in English, I don't care. Like, yeah, any publisher I can find, you know. Fantasy books have been a real popular thing past several decades, since like the 60s, when Tolkien first wrote the Lord of the Rings books. Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, those four. I would hope you've read Lord of the Rings. If not, I think your dad's kind of failed as a parent there. Lord of the Rings is a pretty interesting series, but I think Tolkien didn't go deep enough into it, It's like, he talked about the men, the elves, and the dwarves, but he didn't really go into any any kind of the politics there. Like, it's vaguely hinted in the books that, dwarves and elves don't like each other because of a event that happened hundreds of years previous, but it doesn't go much deeper than that. Then you have other writers like George R. R. Martin, who's fine at writing, but he seems to lean the other way too far, where almost all of his characters are humans, and he focuses way too much on weird little sexual details instead of actually writing. So you get the feeling reading those books he was having a little bit too much one-on-one fun right in those parts of those books. So I'm trying to bridge the gap between not going deep enough and going way too dirty with it, just to try and better portray how a fantasy world might work, because I figure now, in real life, there's a lot of weird biases based on small stuff like religion or skin color. So imagine a fantasy world where there's a dozen different, like, distinctly different species to be, contending with each other. I just think it's an aspect of fantasy I haven't seen done before, so I really want to try that out, I guess. Here's hoping it sells if it gets published. I would ask how you're doing, but this is the past, so whatever you say I can't hear right now, because you're looking at this on a screen decades from now, so I'll make sure to try and script future iterations of this, haha, pun intended, because I really don't want to be doing this rambling thing the entire time. I'll write out a sticky note of bullet points next time. Oh, right, yeah. The other day I said I would try and tell stories every day leading up to my 18th birthday. I don't have that many stories to share, but I have one. It's not a good one by any means, but it's a little piece of advice, I guess. So for any of you in middle school right now, pay close attention. The moral of the story is, don't put too much trust in people. So I'll shorten it. Let's see, so when I was in middle school, I had a couple friends, a really weird one named Ava. She was really kind of, I guess, egotistical would be putting it lightly. She had a real tight grip on, like, the entire school social economy, I guess. Like, she had a lot of really weird connections, and she later became infamous for being really, really not a fun person to talk to. I learned that firsthand. I was the guy who figured out, oh, she can kind of be a bitch a lot of the time. So what happened was, we were friends for quite a while, but then I was starting to realize she was really kind of toxic, like really kind of oppressive in how she went about talking about things. So then one day I made the grievous mistake of questioning one of her ships, one of her weird little fan fiction fantasy things. See, there's this game series called Team Fortress, or there was. It's one of those Valve series that never really continued after the second one. Really popular in like 2007. Here we were in middle school in 2016, 2015, 2016, a decade after the game wasn't popular anymore. And she was just hell-bent on trying to say these two different classes were gay for each other. And I dared to say, hey, maybe that's dumb, and maybe it's just a video game, and those characters don't do anything other than what they do in combat, because it's a game about shooting people. As you can tell, that was a huge mistake. Let's just say I got completely socially ostracized for daring to question the might of the Tumblr stereotype. Yeah, so all these years later, before quarantine, and I was still trying to rebuild all those lost connections, because I guess Ava held me in such a low regard that my, daring to question her weird fantasy warranted her accusing me of all kinds of things, from let's see, she accused me of insulting her, bullying her, said I was fat shaming her, all kinds of ridiculous things. I think some rumors were even floating around about rape or something. Like, apparently they were trying to say that about me, which is, thought that anyone in middle school would perpetrate that. Okay, maybe not anyone in middle school, but the fact, thought that someone like me, super basic, like, hair off of super white, would even, think about that is kind of ridiculous. So yeah, anyway, long rambling story about me being socially ostracized in middle school. Point being, don't latch onto one group of friends, because certain groups of friends, you might find yourself, some at the bottom of the food chain for no real reason. So yeah, just be careful is what I'm trying to say. The more lighthearted tip, if you ever have long hair and you haven't washed it for a couple days, put it in a ponytail, and doesn't look anywhere near as bad, especially from the front because you can't really see any of it. And that's why you wear a hat too. Hats help a lot. Man, I need to get a new hat. 27. I got this hat my freshman year of high school 4 years ago. Yeesh. I need to update that. Yeesh. Well, anyway, I'm getting more rambling than usual. Um, so yeah, I'll make another video log in a few days. A few days my time. What in your time would be like a minute or two. You know, just finding the next part, or even a couple seconds maybe. I think I'm gonna playlist these. So anyway, I'm gonna go write a bulleted list for the next one of these I do, and as always, I'll see you in the future.